Hi everybody, it's Dr. Y. I'm back with another video addressing homelessness and what happens when you have a loved one or a relative that's in a homeless or unsheltered situation. Now, in the United States, we've got 4.2 million youth that are unaccompanied minors on the streets. That's mind-blowing considering the danger that's out there and what we've learned about human trafficking in the last few years. In addition to that, we have more than 500,000 people in 2022 that were homeless people. These are unsheltered and sheltered people that do not have a permanent residency or a permanent place of safety. Now, what that does when you're a family member is it sends panic down your spine because that's not what we wish for our loved ones. And honestly, there's still a lot of stigma and stereotype and judgment out there about why people wind up homeless. I don't believe that this is an overall plan. I think things happen in life, and sometimes we fall on hard times. Now, if you have a loved one that's missing or in immediate danger that you haven't been able to contact and you don't know how they're doing, this video is for you. So number one, I would call law enforcement immediately. If you have a missing loved one, they're the ones that are experienced and they have all the tools and resources to be able to find them. Lots of times our loved ones are angry when we reach out to law enforcement, but really this is an act of love. Because if you are worried about them being in immediate danger, they're the ones that are equipped to be able to handle that. So number two, if your loved one has been missing more than 3 days, you can actually request the police to place your missing loved one's information on the FBI endangered adult list. So what this does is the FBI will then share this information with law enforcement across the country. And now we're having all of these resources at our disposal to help out our loved one. Now, one thing that you need to keep in mind, this is number three, people over 21 can't be forced into treatment, and that would be addiction treatment or mental health treatment, or to return home if they haven't committed a crime. Okay, so this one's tough for family members, so keep that in mind as you try to care for your loved one. They still have rights, if they're over 21, to make their own decisions, and if they haven't committed a crime, we have to use a different tactic. We can't force them to do what we would like to do. What I would suggest is watch my other video on resources for helping a loved one that is homeless. There are a lot of agencies, there's a lot of social workers and other professionals in the community where you live that can help you in a loving way reach out and try to build that connection back with your loved one. Number four, consider making a missing persons flyer for your neighborhood or your community. This has been very effective in other communities in finding missing children and other missing loved ones. Okay, people are just going about their everyday lives, and if they know to look for a certain person and they have a photo, most people are very good about calling that number in and helping people out. So here's some stuff that you're going to want to put on your flyer. And you can do this online too. Social media is an amazing tool in helping us find people that we're concerned about. So you're going to want to include a photo, height, name, weight, hair color, last known location, last known clothes, and be sure to ask for permissions from businesses before you put up your flyer. Most businesses are very supportive and helpful, especially if we're talking about a loved one that's missing or possibly in a dangerous situation. Okay, the next one is to reach out to local organizations in your community. You know, a lot of times local organizations have a network, not just with each other, but within people. All right, they're connected. They have this community linkage that sometimes we may not have just as an individual living in a community. So let me give you some ideas about what type of organizations you can go to for help. They offer outreach services to homeless people, and sometimes your loved one may have shown up there. If you go in with your flyer and you let them know, hey, this is my loved one, I'm concerned about them, then they know to be on the lookout. Number one, churches and other religious institutions. Make sure you drop by every church in your community. They offer a lot of services for people that are homeless. Community health centers, they treat people regardless of their ability to pay. So if your missing loved one needs basic services or health care, it's a good chance they're going to drop into a community health center. So make sure, take your flyer down there and let them know that you're looking for your loved one. Libraries. Libraries are a wonderful place to escape the heat and the cold. There's public restrooms, and it's a place for them to get out of the elements. Okay, so make sure you go down to your public library or your community library, a college library, whatever libraries you have within your community. Make a visit down there. Ask them if you could hang up your flyer and let them know about the loved one that you're looking for. College campuses. This is another place that offer a lot of services and places for homeless to rest, to get out from the heat and the cold, and to find something to eat. So show a picture of your loved one to campus authorities so that they can contact you if they've seen them. They have protocols for helping people that are homeless or displaced on their campus. So don't forget a college campus. So number 5 is hospitals. Don't forget the local public hospitals. If your loved one is having a medical emergency, they're most likely going to go to an ER. Why? Because a lot of ERs provide free medical care in this country. So take your flyer down there and talk to ER personnel and staff and let them know that you're looking for a missing person. At the very least, if they come in to get treated, they probably can't tell you that they were there, but they can let your loved one know that you're looking for them. Another really great resource that is across the nation is the Red Cross, the Salvation Army, or other outreach centers. You know, these centers offer many services for the homeless, including food, shelter, clothing, and other assistance services. And there's a good chance that your loved one is going to cross paths with the Salvation Army, okay, or other resources like Red Cross. So take your flyer down there, go down there, talk to the personnel, the staff, the social workers, and let them know that you're looking for your loved one. They also often keep a record of who has stayed at the facility and will likely share this list with you. And so if you're looking for a missing person, definitely put this on your list. At the end of the day, when your loved one is missing and possibly in danger, it is very scary. It's very fearful, but there are some things that you can do to network within your community. Use the resources that are there. Use law enforcement, use the community agencies, use the libraries, the colleges, the hospitals to help you locate this person. And if you need to, use the FBI to put them on a larger list that qualifies you to have law enforcement at a larger level looking for your loved one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm putting out new videos every week, and thank you for watching.